Hey YouTube friends. So a couple weeks ago I was able to get out and test a few types of ammo with my new CZ457 Varmint. And today I was able to get out and test the second batch. Now for those of you that follow my videos, this is pretty much going to follow the same format. I try to pick ammo that's pretty available, not too super expensive, and every now and then I like to mix in something that's really expensive because not everybody's going to go out and shoot lapua pistol OSP all the time. A lot of people are just looking for something that'll shoot your cheap ammo fairly well. So I try to pick my ammo based on that, and I try to keep them short and sweet. This one's going to be real sweet because in part one I kind of went over the features of this new 457. I'm not going to be doing that here. If you're interested in that, just go ahead and check out part one. So anyway, I'll get right into it. I tested 5 different types of ammo today, and I'm going to go through them worst to best. So the first type that I shot through it today was Aquila Super Extra. And this stuff, it's pretty cheap. It's only like $1.50 or something for 50. So I measured all these groups as I always do with Ballistic X. Now Ballistic X doesn't take into account that MOA for 22 at 50 yards is considered half an inch. Now on all these targets, the red dot here is half an inch. So that kind of gives you a little bit of perspective on why these numbers are so bad. So what I do is I punch in the numbers to Ballistic X and then double it. So that gives you your MOA rating for 22 at 50 yards. Today it was pretty cold. A little bit windy, but not windy enough to make a super impact on the way that these bullets were impacting the target, so I'll just get right into it. Like I said, it's cheap. Now this was the only supersonic ammo that I tried today. It shoots well for me out of most of my 22s, but as you can see for the 457, it does not shoot well. Average of 3.54 MOA, and that's terrible. Here, these were the first 3, and I was like, oh, this might be a good group, and then nope. So again, I just have to go over a little bit of what I did, and I explained this in the last video on part 1. I ran the bore snake through the barrel 5 times and then allowed for 25 rounds of fouling because fouling is huge in 22. So I did that again here just to keep it consistent. So as you can see, and these numbers are terrible. I mean, 4.90. I mean, look at that. This is just not good at all. This ammo shoots pretty well out of my Ruger Precision rimfire, and I know I keep making that reference a lot, but I shoot it quite often. But anyway, so this first type I tried, not that great. Moving on. Second type was eley Target. Now this ammo is really expensive. I think it was like $60 for 500. It shoots pretty much clover leaf out of my Ruger Precision rimfire, so I figured I'd give it a try out of this one. But the groups speak for themselves. Again, 25 for fouling. I mean, look at this. It's terrible. No consistency, up and down. I mean, that tells me the velocity might be off a little bit, but average of 3.47. Now again, it's when you buy a $500 22, you expect it to shoot good ammo, much better than this. Now, I will say that a lot of people that commented on my video before, and a couple of my friends that have the 455 say that it does not like eley. So I guess I didn't have high expectations for it, but it still didn't even meet that. I mean, 3.47 at 50 yards. I mean, that's terrible. It should be shooting better than this at 100 yards. So there's that. Average 3.47. Not good. All right, next type. Cci Green Tag. 22 Plankster loves this. I haven't had good luck with it out of anything that I've really shot it through. And again, the numbers don't really lie. They kind of speak for themselves. I mean, you can look at these groups here. It's just really terrible. I mean, average of 2.94. And again, these are all at 50 yards. So I do have to say that in my first video, I got a lot of feedback from the people that shoot their CZ a lot, and they say that some people don't like shooting off a bipod, so I put a front bag on and a rear bag, so I took the bipod off altogether. I just wanted to eliminate myself and any possibilities that could be hindering accuracy altogether, just because I really want to get a good result from this. And I know that I'm going to piss the CZ fanboy community off here, but I really don't care. I buy all this stuff with my own money. I mean, this all comes out of my pocket. The gun, all the accessories, the ammo, everything. So I want it to shoot well. So when I go out, I want to get honest results. So, and that's what I'm going to say to you guys, because I want this to shoot well. So before you go, oh, you do this, do this, do this, I want it to shoot well. So people's recommendations were take the bipod off, shoot off the front bag. So I did that. And then a lot of people said, check your action screw torque settings, because that made a big difference for me. So I did. So I checked it, and these I set to 25 foot-pounds. I know it's got 2 aluminum bedding blocks. I mean, it's a nice stock, even though it's kind of ugly. But either way, I did everything I could to take myself out of this. But the results just really speak for themselves here. I mean, you look at these groups, and they're terrible. So that was the third type I've tried today, Cci Green Tag. Moving on. Every CZ fanboy's favorite, Center X. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're doing something wrong. For this gun to shoot well, you have to shoot expensive ammo." Blah blah blah. So I did. I got Center X, and again, not good. I mean, it's just disappointment all around. Fouling groups. This was probably the smallest group that I shot all day out of any type of ammo, fouling or for group. I didn't measure it because it didn't count. But I mean, look, this is terrible. Not good at all. The average is 2.15, so I don't really know. Center X has shot okay for me, but you would expect much better out of a $500 gun. Again, 3.24, it's bad. It's just all around bad. So the last type of ammo I tried was the SK rifle match, and this had high hopes, but it just, like I said, it was the best, but still not even sniffing a minute. I mean, this is 1.69. Conditions were good enough where it should shoot much better than this. Shouldn't affect it that much. I mean, it was like 35 degrees, not much wind. So yeah, you just expect so much more. I don't know how much these are a box, like maybe $8 or something. Probably pretty close to Center X. So as you can see here, I mean, it's just 1.84 being your smallest group. I expected much more out of the CC rifle. I mean, these should be 150-yard groups. But, maybe I just got a limit. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. So maybe a little bit of feedback from you guys would be great. Like I said, I'm not trying to shit on CZ. I'm just giving you my personal experience of what I have found. And this is me going out and shooting, hoping that my guns that I pay for with my own money work. And so far, like I said, I don't know if I got a limit. It's just this one just does not perform. I will say that functionality-wise, it performs well. I didn't have any failure to ejects or anything like that. Something that kind of plagues a Ruger Precision rimfire. So mechanically, it works well. It's got a solid feel, but the accuracy really is just lacking. So I checked the barrel screws. Those were tight. Torqued everything down to spec, just like a lot of people said in the previous videos, because the way I see it, they have more experience shooting the CZs, and I take their advice. That's why we do videos like this, and I took it and ran with it, and it just still pretty much the same results. I mean, here when I thought I was getting more expensive ammo that it would do better, but to be honest with you, it just kind of got worse. So again, ran the bore snake through, fouling rounds, took the bipod off, shot off bags, took myself out as much as possible, and it just got worse. So in all honesty, I'll probably sell this rifle. I know Bergara has their B14R coming out mid-late November. I'll probably see if I can grab one of those. Just pretty much a disappointment in this. And build quality is nice. It looks nice, but man, it just does not shoot. When you buy a $500 .22, you'd expect it to shoot a little bit better than this. Even when you're going to go out and shoot and have fun, nobody wants to go out and plink with Center X or SK rifle match. Nobody can afford that. You want to shoot CCS standard velocity or even green tag, something that's a little bit cheaper. It just doesn't perform. So anyway, I'd love to hear you guys' comments and thoughts, and I appreciate you watching, and until next time.